Tyrion Lannister, the imp, the half-man, the monster who killed his father. For 8 seasons he was the smartest man in the room, the only one who understood how the game was played, the only one who actually tried to help people. And what did he get for it? Hatred, betrayal, and a trial where the people he saved demanded his head. But here's the tragedy of Tyrion Lannister. It's not that he was hated for being a dwarf. It's that he was ignored for being right. Over and over again, he warned them about Joffrey, warned them about the Night King, warned them about Daenerys, and nobody listened until the city was burning. This is the psychology of the _quote_0_ the Cassandra complex, the curse of seeing the truth in a world that only wants comfortable lies. Let's analyze the most realistic character in Game of Thrones, and why being smart doesn't save you if nobody values your voice. Let's start with his childhood. Tyrion wasn't just born a dwarf, he was born a disappointment. His mother died giving birth to him, and his father, Tywin, never let him forget it. Quote 1. That's what his father told him. Imagine hearing that from the man who is supposed to protect you. Psychologically, this does 2 things. First, it creates a massive inferiority complex. Tyrion drinks and jokes to hide the fact that he feels worthless. But second, and more importantly, it forces him to develop a weapon. Since he can't fight with a sword, he fights with his mind. That's not just a cool quote, it's his survival strategy. He reads, he learns, he observes, because if he stops being the smartest person in the room, he's just a monster to them. Now, let's look at his time as Hand of the King. This is Tyrion at his peak. He comes to King's Landing, and it's a mess. Joffrey is a sadistic idiot. Cersei is losing control. The city is starving, and Stannis is coming to kill them all. What does Tyrion do? He fixes it. He roots out spies. He builds alliances. He invents wildfire tactics. He literally leads the charge at the Battle of the Blackwater when the king runs away. He saves the city. He saves his sister. He saves Joffrey. And when he wakes up, injured, scarred, weak, what happens? Tywin takes the credit. Cersei tries to kill him. And the people of King's Landing still call him a monster. This is the pivotal moment for Tyrion. The realization that merit doesn't matter. You can do everything right. You can be the hero. But if society has decided you're the villain, your actions don't change the narrative. This is where most people would give up or turn evil. But Tyrion, he keeps trying. Why? Because unlike Cersei, unlike Tywin, he has empathy. He knows what it's like to be powerless, to be broken. So he has a soft spot for cripples, bastards, and broken things. This empathy is his greatest strength, but also his greatest weakness. It's why he trusts Shae, why he tries to reason with Cersei, why he believes in Daenerys. He desperately wants to believe that the world can be better, that broken people can be fixed, that monsters can be redeemed. Because if they can be redeemed, maybe he can be too. Now, let's talk about the trial. The most powerful scene in the entire show. Tyrion stands accused of killing Joffrey. He didn't do it. We know he didn't do it. But it doesn't matter. The trial isn't about justice, it's about theater. It's about purging the quote-unquote monster. And as he watches Shae betray him, as he watches the crowd laugh, something snaps. He finally stops trying to save them. He lets the rage out. I wish I was the monster you think I am. I wish I had enough poison for the whole pack of you. I would gladly give my life to watch you all swallow it. This isn't just anger. This is grief. The grief of a man who loved a city that hated him, who saved a family that wanted him dead. It's the moment he realizes that playing by the rules gets you killed. So he kills Tywin. On the toilet. The ultimate humiliation for the man who cared more about image than his own son. It wasn't just revenge. It was Tyrion shattering the idol of perfection, proving that the great Tywin Lannister is just a man who dies like anyone else. After this, Tyrion changes. He becomes darker, cynical. He goes to Daenerys not because he believes in dragons, but because he's run out of options. He thinks she's the underscore quote underscore zero underscore. He projects his own desire for a better world onto her. And this is where he fails. He ignores the signs. He ignores her cruelty. He ignores the fact that she enjoys burning people. Why? Because he needs her to be the answer. He's desperate for a leader who values wisdom over violence, a leader who sees him as a counselor, not a monster. His blind spot for Daenerys is actually a blind spot for himself. He wants to believe that power can be good. Because if power is always evil, then what was the point of all his suffering? And then comes the end. The bells ring, the city surrenders, and Daenerys burns it anyway. Tyrion watches from the walls as the people he tried to save for 8 seasons are turned to ash. Children, women, the innocent. It's his worst nightmare coming true. And he realizes, I was wrong. All his intelligence, all his clever plans, all his speeches, they didn't stop the wheel. They just helped a new tyrant break it. And in that moment, finding Jaime and Cersei dead in the rubble, Tyrion is truly alone. The last Lannister. The man who survived his family, but couldn't save them. But here's the twist. Tyrion doesn't die. He ends up as Hand of the King again, working for Bran the Broken. Why? Is it a happy ending? No. It's a punishment. I made mistakes, he says. Serious mistakes. And now he has to spend the rest of his life fixing them, cleaning up the mess, rebuilding the world he helped break. It's the most realistic ending possible for him. He doesn't get the girl, he doesn't get the glory, he gets the work. Because that's who Tyrion is. He's the janitor of Westeros, the guy who cleans up after the kings and queens destroy everything. The guy who drinks and knows things, so that maybe, just maybe, the next generation won't make the same mistakes. So, was Tyrion a hero? Or a villain? Neither. He was human. A brilliant, flawed, broken human being who tried to do good in a world that rewarded evil. He proved that a small man can cast a very large shadow. But he also proved that a large shadow doesn't protect you from the fire. Tyrion Lannister, the genius nobody listened to, until it was too late.